Yeah, hi, good evening, students. So let's try to solve the questions of term 3 exam. So this is the EOT coverage that is being shared with you in the WhatsApp group. So we will try to work out the questions one by one. So if you look at these questions, now in the first part, they are quite easy questions. Now look at this question. 2, 3, 4, 5 means these are the question numbers of the textbook. So don't get confused. It's not in order, but it's okay. Okay. Now 5 divided by 9. 5 divided. Now when you divide two numbers, what is the rule? You will write it as a fraction. A divided by B will be in the form of fraction A upon B. So in the same way, so this number will be the numerator and this number will be in the denominator. So it's the same with 13 divided by 4. This number will be in the numerator and this number will be in the denominator. So in the top you will have this one and at the bottom you will have this one. Okay. So when you divide two numbers, so in the same way if you have you have a fraction 3 by 8, you can write it as 3 divided by 8. 3 divided by 8 yani 3 upon 8. So question number 5 also is similar way, 7 upon 9. So this number will be in the numerator and this number will be in the denominator. So you're dividing the two numbers. When you divide the two numbers, I can write it as a fraction. I can write it as a fraction. Now, question number 6 is slightly different. Now here you're multiplying a fraction and a whole number. 1/3 is a fraction, 7 is a whole number. 7 yani, you should understand it is 7 by 1. In the denominator I have 1. So this will be equal to 1 multiplied by 7. Multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. 1 multiplied by 7 is 7 and 3 multiplied 1 is 3. 7 by 3. Now 7 by 3 means it's again 7 divided by 3. You have a fraction 7 by 3. You can write it as 7 divided by 3. Now the question number 7 is in the same way. 1/4 multiplied by 5. Now 5 yani 5 upon 1. Now 1 multiplied by 5 is 5 and 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. Okay. So 5 by 4. 5 divided by 4 yani 5 by 4. 1 multiplied by 5 is 5 and 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. So 5 upon 4 which is 5 divided by 4. Alright. So it's very simple. When you divide a fraction and a whole number like A by B, 1 upon A, I will write 1 upon A multiplied by some number B will be equal to B upon A. This is the rule. So 1/4 multiplied by 5, yani 1 multiplied by 5. In the denominator you will write the same number because it's understood you have 1 here. 4 multiplied 1 is 4. Alright, don't get confused. Now here what are we doing? 1 minute. I'll try to make this a little big. Okay. Now what are we doing here? We are dividing a whole number and a fraction. 6 is a whole number. 6 is a whole number and 1/3 is a fraction, unit fraction. Because we have 1 in the numerator, it is called unit fraction. So it's very simple. When you have whole number divided by fraction, the quotient, what is the quotient? This answer that you get is called the quotient. Multiply the whole number and the denominator of the fraction, 6 and 3. So whatever result you get, answer 18, that is called the quotient. Now here 9 is a whole number, 1/4 is a unit fraction. So multiply 9 and 4. So this is 36 because the rule is a whole number when you divide with a unit fraction. Let's say A is some number and 1 by B is a unit fraction. The answer must be A multiplied by B. So this is the rule. According to this rule, simply multiply the whole number and the denominator of the unit fraction. 4 multiplied by 2, 8. Okay. So when you divide whole number and fraction, we get a whole number. So it's the same here. 3, 4, 7 and 8 are all same questions. Now let us try to do the 12th question. In the 12th question, A house painter pours the paint from this 5-gallon can into smaller cans that can hold half gallon. So you have 5-gallon can here. Now this paint is poured into smaller cans. Now each smaller can hold how much? Half gallon. Okay, half gallon of the paint. So the question is, how many smaller cans are needed to empty this box? Okay, so it's very simple. You have to divide the 5-gallon with the unit fraction half. So 5 divided by 1/2 is nothing but 5 multiplied by 2. Just now you have seen in the previous questions, when you divide a whole number and a fraction, unit fraction, you have to multiply the whole number and the denominator of the unit fraction, which is 10. 5 times 2 is 10. So the answer is 10 smaller cans. 10 smaller cans. Okay. Now, again, what is the quotient? What are we doing here? It's the same. You are dividing a whole number and a unit fraction. So this is a unit fraction. We must multiply the whole number and the denominator of the unit fraction. So 3 times 5 is 15. So it's the same. All the rest of the questions are all same. Simply multiply the whole number and the denominator of the fraction. So 12 times 3, you get this answer, 36. All right. So here also 6, question number 7, 8 and 9 are all similar. Okay. Now, the next question, what is the quotient? So quotient is when you divide two numbers, the answer that you get is called the quotient. Now this is different from the previous questions. What are we doing here? In these questions, you are dividing the unit fraction. We are dividing the unit fraction by the whole number. So when you divide the unit fraction by a whole number, the result you will get it as a unit fraction. The quotient you'll get as a unit fraction. So you always in the answer you will get the numerator 1 and the denominator multiply 3 and 4, this one. So the denominator of the unit fraction and the whole number, 3 times 4, 12. So 1/2 divided by 9, numerator will be 1, denominator will be 2 multiplied by 9, that is 18. So the rule is 1 upon a is a unit fraction divided by b. So simply the answer will be 1 upon a multiplied by b. This is the rule. So rest of the questions also same. 1/8 divided by 3, put 1 in the numerator always, upon 8 into 3. 8 multiplied 3, which is 1 equals to 1 upon 8 into 3 is 24. Now question number 4, 5, 6 are same. So same questions we need not do, just practice. Thank you. Okay. I'll just try to shorten the video here and the next questions will make another video. Thank you.